Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Today I'm going to talk about the God. The God or a God or gods, whether they exist, they do not exist. What is up with God and all the things that are happening around us? So I heard this concept called confirmation bias. What it says is that people tend to think if the God, you make a prayer saying that confirmation bias, the confirmation bias, it says if you pray God for something, you want something and God wants to give it to you, or you want God to give it to you, then if the God answers your prayer and gives it to you, then your faith is reinforced. So you will believe in God and you think that the God do exist.
Does exist.
But if the God delays your whatever request you have made, you will think that your patience is tested by God. So even though your wish is not granted, you will still think that God do exist because He is just testing your patience. Similarly, if the God doesn't give you anything in return from based on your prayer, you will still think that the God does exist because He has some better things in store for you. So how can you actually contest that faith? So that is the kind of thing with God, and there's no way you can fight the believer into telling them what is good and what is not right, what is bad about this concept called God. That's the problem with this belief system. Look at this Sandy Hook school shooting where a lot of young children have died. 20 people have been killed by this lunatic who went there, and everybody invoked God when that incident happened. When everybody went into prayers and this and that, Jesus this, Jesus that, God this, God that. And same thing with this abduction of 3 women and holding them hostage for nearly 10 years by this guy named Ariel Castro in Cleveland. Everybody invoked God. Oh, see, these women have been set free by God. But if the God really did that, why did He keep them as hostages and kidnap? Why did He allow this guy to kidnap these 3 innocent women and make them suffer for 10 years? It's unbelievable how people's faith can span across the good to the bad and to the worst. That is what is really sickening about this belief in God and the belief in any religion for that matter. So religion is the biggest tragedy that has happened to mankind. And the belief in God and the religion are the 2 worst things that continue to make humans suffer. And also I heard this saying where this scientist who has created this concept of, I don't have to mention his name, but what it says is that the biggest tragedy of humankind is the usurping or hijacking of morality by religion. And that is such a true statement. Any religion you consider, Islam or Hinduism or Christianity or Buddhism, whatever, they have their own diction, or they have their own religious sacraments or religious sanctions, which they say that you have to follow these. They dictate what needs to be done, what is good and what is bad in every religion, which is pretty bad. Why somebody who has written these books or these religious principles centuries ago or millenniums ago have to be followed by everyone, and they are the standards of morality, which is really sickening. That's why we should take a step back and see whether what your belief is really helping you, or whether your belief is helping the people around you, and decide which is the best thing and what gives you comfort in helping the mankind around you, and how to improve your own self and also improve the world around you. You have to think like that, and make sure that because of your belief in God, somebody won't suffer. That's what I want to say today, and continue watching. Thank you.